Okay, so I'm going to apologize for the audio quality before I even start. I don't know how this is going to sound. But I have some great news today, and it all revolves around money. So this will be an interesting video, I hope, for most people. There is the Haggle event going on, and, well, if it wants to tap it. So that doesn't seem huge for most people, but there's these luxurious attire, I think it's called, and they are 975 energy each to surcharge. I've started with, I think, 40 or 45 of them earlier, and I've already gone through most of them. Now, I also have been working on my chiseled runestones, and this is where it gets interesting. Because I was only able to craft like one at a time and then two. Now I can craft four of them at a time. And my ether's doing good. Oil's getting up there. I still need to work on the steel bins, I think. But for the time being, this is working really good for me. Actually, don't need to work on steel at all. So, let me go over to my... Yeah, this will soon only cost, I think, 41 each. Yeah, 41. So that's going to be cheaper. And then these should go down soon, too. So that'll all be squared away. Now, the only hindrance right now is that I am running out of spooky ectoplasm faster than I can get it. However, I'm getting pretty close to unlocking that area. And there we go. Got that one going. Now, how close are you to being full? Yeah, a few more. If you decide to load anytime today, there we go. So I just unlocked the Cyclops boss, as I am getting pretty close to unlocking the next area. I do not know how they're going to fare in there, however, due to the, let me see, I think I only have like 4 or 5 heroes that can actually do this place. Yeah, anybody over 10k power is doing okay here. I think that's what it is. Yeah, it's 1, 2, 3, and then I have, I think, 3 heroes in the other quest. So I've only got like 6 heroes that could really run these places, which is fine for the time being until I can get better heroes and stats. Now, the question I have for today is, where are you? Let me find them real quick. Okay. Is that a good skill for a knight? Like, in all honesty, is that actually good for the knight? Because I have no idea if that's any good. I mean, that's a huge skill to have to begin with, but I don't know if that's going to be a good permanent skill. Well, at any rate, I'm working towards upgrading the heroes and stuff, but I wanted to talk about my advancement in this game now, because the guild I'm in is great. I love them. They're a good group. However, it's becoming harder and harder and harder for me to progress. I'm getting stuck with my heroes only being at level 27, which it's not a huge deal, but some of them I have can have their level 35 skill. Even though it'd take me a week or so to get them even leveled up to that, I need the skills. It would make their power go up, hopefully a good bit, but I can't get there. So I do eventually plan to move guilds. I don't know when, though, because any decent guild that's going to be higher than the guild I'm in, they have requirements of 1 billion. And I'm only 530 million in that, so I'm not even close to moving. So I'm going to stick with this guild for now. I like them, but I don't know how much longer I'm staying here. Now, I got some news just recently about tier 10. I am in a Discord with a bunch of the other high end players, and apparently when Tier 8 was introduced in the game, it was mentioned or teased a month before its release. They've done the same thing with Tier 10. So, according to the information I read and some speculation on the players, we estimate that it'll happen between LCOG and Towers of Titans. Somewhere in there, Tier 10 is going to be introduced. I am not looking forward to it. If I recall, level 26 was Tier 9 gear. If we have to go to Tier 10, that's probably going to be somewhere about 30 or maybe even 31 for the level requirement. That's, I mean, it's quite a big deal, honestly, because if they keep adding tiers, they've got to rebalance some of the other items, or maybe they're just trying to make it more powerful. I have no idea. The Towers of Titan event's already a decent challenge. I think for where most players are at to most of the characters and guilds and high-end people, that they're doing good enough of those towers that they don't need to make them easier, because Tier 10 is going to make it easier for sure. But I'm also worried about how long these items are going to take to craft. Like, can you think about that for a minute? If Tier 9's already taken almost an hour or two a piece to craft, Tier 10's going to take 3 to 4 hours to start and maybe get down to 2 hours in the end. That's just extra. But it would be nice to see some better gear. It just makes me feel that I've wasted a lot of my time and effort buying the Tier 9s I just bought. Which, in all honesty, if I buy the Tier 10s, I could give some of my other heroes the Tier 9s, and they'd still be okay. It would just hurt a little bit to lose all that. What is this, guys? Is this... any of these go to 90? No, they're all 80s or something. 60. 60. 55. 80. Okay. Yeah, so according to everything I know and what I have available now, my first and foremost goal is to keep these going. I want to keep getting these and going on and along with them. It's about time I'm getting to this. Where was it? Yep. Now, I'm going to ask for a question to anybody that's here. Now that I'm actually getting... I think I've only got 4 more spirits to unlock. Yeah, once I get these 4 spirits unlocked, what should I aim for? Anybody got any advice on where I should aim for my blueprints, where I should try to go first? Because I have the wands. I'm doing the wands mainly because, I mean, they're decent, you know. They're not the worst thing to ever go for. But is there something better to aim for? Like, I don't know if I should stay with the wands or go for something else. And I would like other people's opinions. There's a multi-craft all the way up there. Why so far away? Well, with that said and done, I think that's all I have for info. And I'm hoping someone is able to answer that question, because it's getting to the point where I don't know where to aim. And again, I've looked in the Discord, and I'm in the Shop Titans Discord and a subgroup of that. So, yeah. There's something else I want to warn people about, and this is completely optional. But World Chat is a very, very iffy area to be in. You gotta be careful what you say. And seriously, to be careful of saying anything at all. Dundee is one of the top players, and he was muted for 100 years for commenting on someone else's insult, which isn't fair due to the general direction the conversation went. So they'll mute a player for saying something, but they still have bots going around. Yeah, that's probably a negative point on Shop Titans for me. Other than that, they've got themselves going along. They just need to get rid of these bots.